Hey guys, welcome to today's Vehicle Visionary. We just did a Volvo XC40 a couple of videos ago, right? And you're probably wondering, well, why do one again almost immediately? Well, here is why. This is the 2021 Volvo XC40 Recharge. And as you can see, this is the Recharge version. And just so you know, you're going to have a couple of different options for how you can charge it. You can use the charging stations where and when they are available. You can also charge it at your house. And of course, the times that you're going to find on how long it takes is going to vary depending on where you do that. But ultimately, there really aren't any changes as far as the interior goes. I do want to show you, of course, one of the best things about that, because of where the battery is located, you don't lose any of your cargo space. So you have the same basic cargo numbers in the rear as far as the XC40 is concerned. And believe it or not, you have a little bit of additional space too. But that space isn't found in the rear cargo area. Have you ever thought about a frunk with a Volvo? Well, that's what we ultimately have here. And if you're not familiar with what a frunk is, it's basically just a front trunk area, something that we know of more from the supercars such as Lamborghinis and the C8 Corvette and different vehicles like that. But that's what you have here, and you do have this little removable area right here. So there is a lot of space in here. In fact, I believe you can even take this piece out. Well, yep, you can. And there's some goodies underneath there, some things that hopefully you won't ever need, but if you do, well, there's what you have. You've got the tire repair kit and even a tow hook if you ever need that. And just so you can see, this is what your dashboard is going to look like. And of course, as you can see down there, I actually filmed this video a little bit differently than normal. You can see how much charge is left right down here. I went through a lot of charge, but that's from our test drive and showing how one pedal works. Now, we're going to do another video with this because there are some features that are not available yet. It all has to do with the software update that is coming. It can happen any time. But ultimately, this is what you have with your screen. It is a little bit different from what it was in the past as far as the layout goes and all that kind of stuff. But just a quick little look around here at what we have. Of course, you've got your cameras, and you do have a 360-degree view camera. Let's see if I can do this with one finger. As you can see right there, you've got several different options that you can look at here, and we can pull or zoom in on those options and then go back to the overhead view or the 360-degree view. And if we want to change the view and maybe look a little bit closer at what's around us, that's how you do that at literally all four corners or on all sides of the vehicle. Another nice feature that I really like here, even though for those of us who have been driving long enough, it's not that big of a deal because we're used to not having that kind of technology, but I'll tell you what, having it sure doesn't hurt. But here's what I think everybody really wants to know about. What is it like to drive the XC40 Recharge? Okay, don't worry guys, I'm coming. Don't want to leave you in the dark too long, but I wanted to show you something as to how this works. Now, I have the remote with me, so that's why the lights and everything came on the second I got into the vehicle. It senses that I'm here, so all I have to actually do is put on my seat belt, and then we just pull back on the shifter twice, and we're ready to go. So here we go. We're going to go out on a quick little test drive here and have some fun. And of course, you have these headlights. As you turn the steering wheel, they're going to actually respond to the direction you're turning. So as we go out of my driveway here, it's actually very helpful. It's very dark out here. And so if you were coming to my driveway from the opposite direction and you had never been here before, well, it would be very helpful as you turn the steering wheel, the lights would actually shine to the left as you are turning into my driveway. So we're going to cruise down here just a little bit here and have a little fun with this XC40. And I'm going to tell you what, it is one fast vehicle. Not something you would expect out of a Volvo. If you've never been in a fully electric vehicle, not a hybrid, but a fully electric vehicle. It's quite an experience to drop the hammer on the powertrain, we'll say. You know, I can't say gas pedal because there is not a gas pedal. There's a power pedal. I guess that's what you call it. I don't actually know what you call it. This is the most time I've ever spent with a fully electric vehicle, but I'm going to tell you what, I'm having so much fun just driving around and trying things out. And one of the features that you have here is called one pedal. And what that means is when you enable that function, you go into settings and then you just enable it. You don't have to actually use the brake pedal. So what happens is the vehicle actually comes to a very quick stop. In fact, I've tried it out a few times, and hopefully I'll have enough battery left in the morning, or maybe we can recharge a little bit at the dealership to show you how that works. I actually decelerated, just took my foot off the gas pedal at 60 miles an hour, and I was actually very surprised at how quickly this XC40 recharge stopped. It came to a complete stop without me having to touch the brake pedal. Now, if you do wind up with one of these as your vehicle, keep in mind, you might want to get out on a road where there's nobody around and you have plenty of space to just try it out a few times, just so you can see how it works. In other words, it might take some getting used to, but it's not bad. Now, one thing that is a little bit different here is that with the battery being on the lower portion of the vehicle, basically on the underside of the vehicle, it changes the way it handles. Now, it's helpful in the respect of having that weight down low like that, so it actually benefits the center of gravity. But at the same time, it also changes how it handles in corners. And I know most people are not going to drive an XC40 Recharge the way that I will in the video you're watching, because I want to give you a full review of how it handles. And I did take it through my favorite corner earlier at a pretty good rate of speed. Basically what I did with an XC40 T5 that I did in a recent video, and I could really tell the difference in how it handled. So, just something to keep in mind. But I'll tell you what, I have had so much fun. I've actually probably used up more battery than I should have here with the charge, because I have driven this so much today. And I have to tell myself a little bit, although it worked to my advantage, I had to reshoot this scene because I didn't realize that the vent visor right there, or the visor I should say, on the passenger side was actually down when I was filming earlier. So, quick little pull here. There's 60 miles an hour right there. And I'll tell you what, I'm gonna get this recharged and get it ready to go where I can get out and have some fun. And we're gonna get out and record some people's reactions, film some people's reactions to how this model handles. But I hope you have a good view of everything that's going on here in the interior. Got a little bit of interior lighting, not a lot, but as more features become available through the infotainment system, we will get out and do another video, and I'll show you how it works with Google Assistant and all that good stuff. But I'm going to tell you what, I am thoroughly impressed with what Volvo has done here. And here's what Volvo's plan is. I believe it is by the year 2025, they are planning on the electric vehicles that they have, because this is just the first of many to come. They're planning on electric vehicles accounting for half their sales. So that's a very interesting thing to know. We'll see how that goes. I'll tell you what, if you like horsepower, if you like acceleration, yeah, this is definitely something that you would enjoy. Now, I know that I'm a little bit different than the average person in that respect. Being a former race car driver, I love acceleration. It's just so much fun. But I have to say, you kind of get a good idea here as we make the turn onto this dark road, how the headlights work, what I was talking about earlier. But not to get distracted, but being a high performance enthusiast, basically through my racing background and everything that I've done, I am just in love with this XC40. Now, I do want to give you a full-on demonstration in this review of how one pedal works. So, okay, I don't have a lot of charge left in the battery, so I'm gonna have to be kind of careful here, but I just want to show you, and hopefully you can see this. My foot is on the gas pedal right now, so I've got the one pedal activated. I'm just gonna let go of the pedal. I shouldn't say gas pedal, but the pedal. And as you can see, the XC40 is stopping all by itself. And one thing about that that's interesting, let's see how quickly we can stop here at the stop sign. There we go. You see what's happening. You can still use the brake pedal if you want to in this situation, but you don't have to. We're going to do another video with this model, I promise. And when we do that, I'll do a 60 to 0 test to show you how that works. But to try and save a little bit on the brake, I'm going to go ahead and turn that feature back off. You do have to turn it on intentionally for that to work, and I'm showing you how to do that on the screen right now just so you can know. But that is how one pedal works. All right, guys, I just want to show you real quick what the chargers look like. This is the AC charger that you can have installed at your house. And down here on the wall, there is also the DC charger. And so we're going to take a look at this one real quick as well. Of course, you'll want to have these professionally installed by somebody who knows what they're doing. But as you can see, this is the DC charger that is now hooked up to the XC40. And the difference in the time, the AC about 5 hours, the DC charger that is charging it right now is about 1 hour. So gotta say thanks to my friends here at Holmes Volvo Cars, including my buddy Aaron right here. You'll probably see him in a lot more videos in the near future. Another cameo appearance right there, walking through the shot. Gotta have some fun with that. But I gotta say thanks. You want to say anything when we're going out here, Aaron?
Yes, thanks Tom for coming out and doing walkthrough on this vehicle. If you do have any questions, just come to our Holmes Volvo, come see us. We have a lot of great information. This is a demo we'll have for all our customers and stuff to drive. So if you want to come out and get the info on the Google assistance, all the good stuff that Tom will cover later on in his next video, come see us. Come check us out at Holmes Volvo.
Thanks for taking the time to watch today, guys. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye-bye.